You always had a queen by your side.
You and your wife can listen to this. Yeah, that's your queen.
Say what they want, what they like. You always had a queen by your side. Ain't no confusion.
Y'all come on in. Ooh. We keep it 100, baby. Y'all come on in and share the video. Come on in. Y'all see it? Let's turn it on. Hey Trina, come on in. Y'all come on in and share the video.
Share it.
Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Share the video. I know y'all get the notification late. Cause my husband. Come on in, Miranda. Come on in, y'all. Who all on here? I can't see. Come on in. Hey, Michelle. Come on in, Michelle. Y'all come on in. We got us a special guest on here today.
I put it on my timeline.
Hey, McKaylin. Come on in, guys. Come on in. Share the video. Come on in, Chantel. Come on in, y'all. Let's shoot with Daniel B. Miranda.
You got to come to Atlanta for that one. Or you fly me out.
All right, y'all.
Let's go.
We're going to go ahead on and get started.
Let's go. Hello, Las Vegas.
Look, what's up? What's going on down there in Atlanta?
Oh, man. We got football starting Sunday. We got the Atlanta Braves on for a hunt. I'm a huge sports fan.
Wow.
And then we're talking to the people all over the world on Facebook, on Instagram, on Periscope, Vegas, California, Atlanta, all watching right now.
All that.
But let's tell them how we got to this place here. Let's tell them.
Okay, let's tell them. Look, you tell the story. So, how did I meet you, Daniel?
We used to work at Honda together.
Yes. Yeah.
But apparently somebody's been stalking me.
I'm very nosy.
I was working for Honda for 17 years, and back in April of this year, I was released from Honda. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
But I've been shooting full time for about 5 years now, because I would work like Monday through Friday, and then I would work Saturday and Sunday. I would shoot, so I would schedule all my shoots on the weekends and stuff. So I've already built a base of clients. And I already had a website, business cards, T-shirts. So it was already an established photography company. But when I would shoot, people would tell me, you need to do this full time. And I've always wanted to do it and scared to do it. And then the Lord, like I was telling you earlier, I said the Lord closed one door and he opened up a floodgate. And we've been busy ever since. So I've been busy May, June, July, August, September. Now we got bookings to mid-October, mid-October and November.
So let me ask you. Let me ask you this. So what made you decide to get into photography?
When I was 12, my dad was in the Vietnam War. And my dad used to take a lot of 8mm film projects because he would work. He was a cook on an airline oil carrier. They would take the oil out to the air to the boats, and but he would take 8mm film and he would take pictures. So I was surrounded with photography with my dad. At the age of 12, my dad handed me a Nikon and we shot my aunt's wedding. And this is the honest to God true story. You could ask my aunt. And so I shot my aunt's wedding at the age of 12. My dad gave me a lens and I shot it. And at that time you would have to like scroll. I don't know, how old are you? Do you remember this? Because I don't know how old you are. How old?
38.
38. Now you might be able to remember this, but you'd have to buy the roll of film and stick it in the camera and leave the thing, and then you would have to do all that stuff. And then you would take it out, put it in a little film package and sign the package and send it off, and then they would come back to you in 3 days. So I gave my aunt my pictures, and she called me Danny at the time. She's like, Danny, she goes, these came out better than the photographer that I hired. You might want to look into something like this. So it was a natural talent to shoot. So I would shoot in California. So I did, just quinceañeras, birthdays, portfolios. My big break that I did was I did Miss California USA in California. I shot her portfolio. And then when I moved out here in 2001, 2002, I sold everything because digital was just coming out. So I wasn't really doing much photography, but I would shoot a lot with my phone. And a lot of people would be like, man, I really like your pictures. And then my wife one year, she said, what do you want for Christmas? And I said, a DSLR. But let me back up just a little bit. I had an opportunity to shoot Nene Leakes for the E channel by accident. It was a buddy of mine.
How did that happen? Because I saw
yeah.
You don't still have that picture on your Instagram anymore, dude.
No, I just rotate them. Okay. But yeah, you saw it. You saw it on Instagram. This is what happened. I know a buddy of mine, his name is Stacy Dillon. He was a cameraman. I don't know if he still is, but he was a cameraman for the E channel. And he was out here and they were shooting. He didn't tell me who they were shooting, but they were shooting somebody in the Beaufort area here in Atlanta. And he goes, hey, can you come and be a gaffer? Now what a gaffer does is they come up and they tape like blackout tape on the windows and stuff like that, kind of do like handyman work and stuff. So we get to the place and it's early in the morning. It's like 6 carloads. We get up to the place. We have to go through security. We have to give them our IDs, our driver's license and all that stuff. They got to take our license plates down. And so we go up and I'm like, who are we shooting? And we're shooting Nene Leakes. I'm like, oh, okay.
Okay.
So we're in there. We meet Nene and Greg, her husband. Really nice couple, right? And it's all catered and it's a full-on production, right? And so while we're, putting up the tapes and all that stuff, Stacy goes, hey, why don't you grab that Canon and shoot some stills for Nene? I'm like, okay, because he knew I knew how to shoot. I said, oh, okay. So I go over there and I said, I guess I'm your photographer for the next 5 or 10 minutes. So I got a small little portfolio with her, but that portfolio took me a long way because now I can say that I shot a celebrity one, but not only that, a really an amazing celebrity. She's a sweetheart. And I have those pictures and I post them every once in a while. That was so long ago. But just because of that, just because you can say, wow, these pictures are great. And I was using a camera that I wasn't familiar with because I don't shoot with the Canon, I shoot with the Nikon. And that just led to another, and that just led to another and stuff. That's how I had the opportunity to shoot Nene Leakes. And I tell people all the time, I said, and I say it all the time, it's like, you get these opportunities, don't let those opportunities pass you by.
Right.
If they come to you, take them because they might never come back again. And I say that time and time again. And I've taken a lot of opportunities and they've literally come back to me threefold, fourfold in the stuff that I've done, in the past years and stuff. So that's how photography landed on my lap and stuff. I've been shooting since I was 12, and I just turned 52 this year. So I've been shooting for 40 years. And it's crazy because it's not the camera that makes a great picture. It's the photographer, Now, trust me, people were asking me, what was it? Yeah, the eye. People were asking me, what are you using to shoot? And I'm like, I use my camera. Like, wow, I've never seen an angle like that, or I've never seen. And now if I just posted a picture right now, I said, I love lines. If you ever see my pictures, you'll always see lines behind the models or behind the subjects. And I love lines because the lines direct you right into the person. I don't know if people don't notice that because they draw you right into that person. So those lines come in and they pop the person out and stuff. But like you said, it's the eye.
But let me ask you a question now, because this is a real question. We got a lot of women that watch this. A lot of women gonna see this video. And so, you know, how do you take a good picture that don't make your stomach look fat? You know, you know how to hide the fupa. Look, Daniel, look. See, you know. That's an awesome question because a lot of women want to know. You know what I'm saying? You can see.
Here, let me give you some secrets, some tips.
Some secrets, because
write these down. Write these down.
Hold up.
She went to go get some paper. Dogs, write these down. Okay. I'm going to tell you some photographer tips that we tell the models, and it's whether it's female, male, kids, it really doesn't matter, or teenagers, it really doesn't matter. But these tips will help you when you're about to do a photo shoot, and this will help you with your stomach or your arms or your face. Yeah. Okay. Number one, the very first thing, do not eat before your shoot. Number one. Okay. And then we'll go back to them. Okay. Number two, do not go out the night before your shoot. Okay. Number three, if you know something that is tight on you and does not look good on you, don't wear it.
If it's tight, it ain't right.
Don't wear it. If you're uncomfortable wearing it, don't wear it. Number four, drink plenty of water.
And why would you say drink plenty of water?
Because the lips can tell if you're dehydrated. Because when you put on lipstick and it's crackling or it's cracking in your face on your lips, you can tell because you're dehydrated because you're not drinking enough water.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that also makes your skin shiny too. So when you're drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just start there. Don't eat because that'll make you bloated when you go take your shoot. Don't eat. Another trick that we do is we try to tell the models to hold their stomach in when we say, okay, we'll go 3, 2, 1, and then they suck their stomach in and then we take the picture. So you can do that.
Okay.
So that's the secret that they do. So suck your stomach in. So you're ready?
Hey,
3,
what about those angles when they have those? Look, Chantel. What about when they turn, and you know how they turn to the side, and you know the booty a little bit, but they make the stomach disappear, even if the stomach big. What kind of? I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. It's some kind of way. Look, so how they do that?
A lot of it's sucking in. A lot of it's Photoshop. And a lot of it's what you wear too. So if you know you're going to wear something and it's very tight or revealing and you know it's going to make you look big, don't wear it. Wear black. That's a good one right there. Black hides your bloatiness or whatever. I don't want to call you fat, but you know, it hides your.
It be fat.
You know,
a little fat or a lot of fat. It be fat.
Yeah. So you know, it conceals it well. Another trick is to do a lot of frontal pictures. That hides it a lot. So when you shoot it at front like this, when you shoot it straight, you don't see it as well as when you shoot it at an angle.
Okay.
So, and not only that, here's another trick. When you pose, can you see me? When you pose, don't do this. Do this. You see the difference?
I do. Yeah.
Okay. Like this, you look like a big blob. But if you at least open yourself up like this, and you got this opening right here, that helps out a lot. So don't just stand there like this.
Right.
A lot of people don't know that. A lot of people because you're just adding more, body to your structure. Get that T in there, open that up and stuff, and have fun. Just when I tell people, just when we shoot, we play music. So, go with the music, have fun. Sometimes they're like, oh my God, I love this song. And it just changes the whole atmosphere of the shoot and stuff. But just have fun. Don't bring anybody that's going to make you lose that. Sometimes we don't want boyfriends there.
Right.
Because sometimes they get in the way.
A lot of times they're jealous, and a lot of times, because every time I have to do something, everybody always asks me, "You married?" I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Why?" They were like, "Because we just have to ask because boyfriends get jealous, or they don't allow the woman to completely be themselves and open up because you don't want to offend him,
Yeah, a lot of them just come for insecurities. That's the one thing. They just come because they're insecure and they're scared and stuff. I mean, like I said before, I've had this conversation, 20, 30 times. If you're married, by all means, you can bring your husband, whatever, or your wife. It doesn't matter. But when you got a boo, when you got a boyfriend or whatever, and you know him better than me, and he's going to give you a hard time, whatever and stuff, tell him to stay in the car, or whatever and stuff. Because the way I look at it is, you've just invested $200 for me to shoot you. And it's going to be ruined because your attitude is changing because your boyfriend's over here cackling, saying, "Girl, you can do better than that," or whatever stuff. Mm-hmm. And it's going to mess up the vibe. So, bring a girlfriend or something like that. But, we want you as comfortable as you can be. And your surroundings, your friends that will encourage you, and your friends are going to cackle. So, it's up to you, but we encourage to bring a friend or something. And there's sometimes some boyfriends are cool. I've had a few boyfriends.
Girl, I'm laughing in the inside. I see you because all the notes, she's put them in the comments. She has put all the notes in the comments. She's so
Look, those are just some. Go ahead.
So let me ask you something. Sorry to interrupt you. Let me ask you something. Okay, so you did something in Atlanta with the black ballerinas.
Yes.
And I went on there and I just saw it. I was like, okay. I didn't even know that there was that many black ballerinas in Atlanta. But you went and you did a project with black ballerinas. Tell me, what was your inspiration and behind that shoot?
Yeah, what happened was I was working with this guy named Darian White, and he's an amazing photographer. And we saw this vision of I don't know if you guys ever seen Hidden Figures. And in a part of Hidden Figures, there's a portion where they're all walking down this hallway, and they got all these computers. They call them computers back then, but back then in NASA, there were the mathematicians, the girl mathematicians that would calculate the longitude and latitude of the space program. Well, they were venturing into programming the IBM computers, and so she pulled her team out. They're walking down the hall, and we see this vision of these black ballerinas just joining. And at the time that we were doing the project, the Black Power movement was really strong. Social justice was going on and stuff. And we wanted to show the unity of black ballerinas in Atlanta.
Right.
So we just put it on Instagram and said, "Hey, we got this project. If you guys can make it, great." And it's never been done before that I know of. And they came out amazing. The pictures, like I said, have gone to Europe, Switzerland, to France, Italy. Got a lot of comments from a lot of popular ballerinas in the ballerina industry that I don't know who they are, but the ballerinas knew who they were and stuff. Right. And then from that project, I found out, I didn't tell you this earlier, but the ballerinas in that project got other gigs from that project.
Wow. See?
Yeah.
Work.
Yeah, I'm telling you. One of them got to dance at a wedding. Another one got to be a brand ambassador for a dancewear thing. Okay. Just little things like that. Yeah. Another one got an availability to shoot with another amazing photographer, all because they came and spent a good, hour, 2 hours with us. And that's still on my Instagram page and stuff. So it was an amazing project. And not only that, I don't know if people knew that there are black ballerinas in Atlanta.
Right. Look, because you know what? They're not put on display. I'll say that.
Correct.
They're not,
Correct.
because I live, I lived in Atlanta for 11 years. Atlanta is hip hop,
Yeah.
R&B. You don't really see the arts of ballet in
Correct.
Atlanta. You don't. So
Yeah, and the crazy thing about it is there's not a lot, and this is what they were telling me. The ballerinas were telling me is that they don't really get a lot of requests because of their build, because they're thicker, than your basic little skinny, ballerina stuff.
yeah.
And so they were telling me, yeah, we don't hardly get any requests because we don't fit that stereotype of ballerinas. I was like, wow, I never thought about that.
Wow.
But the skill in itself, when you talk to them, how long you been dancing? I've been dancing since I was 5, and they're like 19 or 20. So they're not just, they just come in, put on some ballet shoes and they become ballet. They've they've really, really been to school. And then one of them, her name is Jewel, she teaches the kids, and I love that. She takes time out of her schedule and teaches the little kids ballerina, ballet and stuff like that. And then when you shoot them, the pictures that we post from ballerinas, those are specifically chosen by the ballerina because there is a particular point, there's a particular movement, there's a particular way it's supposed to be done. So when you see it, that's the correct way that it's supposed to be shot. So we're just not putting them out there and stuff. So, and it's a skill. It is an amazing skill that these girls do, and the guys. I just recently shot this guy named Reggie, I think. From that's another story from Atlanta Ballet Company. I mean, this guy is amazing, and they're out here in Atlanta and they're blowing up too. That's the crazy thing about it.
So, okay. So you have really gotten into shooting dancers, but I was introduced to you shooting mostly from seeing you shoot at church.
Correct.
Right. So that's how I was introduced to just seeing, what you shoot. Okay. So look, let me ask you this. So you do you still shoot in church?
Yeah, well, because of COVID, we haven't been shooting and stuff. But a lot of people don't know that I'm the lead photographer for Elizabeth Baptist Church here in Atlanta. And Elizabeth Baptist, it's a huge church. Elizabeth, they have 5. Shout out to Pastor Oliver. They have 5 locations, and it's about 15 to 20,000 members deep. So that's why I always say I got a huge clientele of 15 to 20,000 potential customers.
You do.
Yeah.
So when shooting in church, because I'm just silly and, I was raised in church and all that kind of stuff. I'm non-religious now, but, I used to get, do you ever get tickled when you shoot people shouting? Because, you'll catch stuff that other people don't catch because, everybody is enthralled in service or whatever, or in worship. So
well, that's funny because you asked that, because I have another photographer who follows me. He's like, how do you do that? How do you shoot people in church? And mind you, I was born and raised in church. So I was born and raised in a Black church. So it's the church itself knows that we are shooting. Okay. So they understand that. And then when we talk to people, we tell them that we're going to be in their faces just so they know, because a lot of the lenses that we use are more of a portfolio close-up lens. But at the same time, we also respect the service. So we have our boundaries when we shoot at churches. Like we're not, when service is going, we try to be respectful. I can't say that we don't. But once the preacher, Pastor Oliver, or whoever's coming up to speak, we're instructed not to be in front of the pulpit, to shoot and stuff. But what we try to do is we try to capture the moment of church. We try to get you, and you've seen them. You try to capture the feel of church, and that's what we try to do. I remember I shot this one lady, and she was up in the choir stand, and I shot her, and she was just in tears. I don't know if it was joy or I don't know what it was, or hurt or pain, but I put it on Facebook, and she messaged me and says, I am so glad you put that picture up because I was going through so much. And everybody commented on this picture and loved this picture. And to me, I just saw somebody who was just full of joy and was crying and stuff. There's sometimes when I'm in church that I have to put my camera down, and I sometimes leave it at the altar and say, you know what, Lord, take this, because when we're shooting, it's not about, Elizabeth. It's just about, God and the presence of what he's trying to do in the church and stuff like that. And then these pictures are shown worldwide because they're using them for media outlets. They're using it for Instagram. Facebook. And when they see a picture of, oh, wow, there's kids there. Oh, I didn't know you guys had a program like that. And so that's why as the lead, I'm in charge of 15 photographers. So I try to instruct them to say, hey, look, we're trying to capture the buses, or we're trying to capture the cooks, and we're trying to capture the women's ministry, or we're trying to capture the youth, so that the person that's out in Las Vegas knows that when they come to Atlanta, oh, wow, you know, I'd really like to see that church, all because they saw a picture.
Right.
You know, all because they saw a picture. And then, you know, we get exclusive with Pastor Oliver, you know, and he's an amazing pastor. You know, he's a down to earth guy, and, you know, he lets us do what we want to do in regards to taking photography pictures and stuff. And that's a totally different avenue of photography, like what you were saying.
Yeah, it is. So what do you see? What do you ultimately want to do with your business? What do you see DVM Productions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where do you see DVM Productions elevating to within the next 2 to 5 years?
That's a really good question. Off the top of my head, I would love to have a studio. I don't have a studio. If you notice on my Instagram or Facebook pages, a lot of it is location shoots. Mm-hmm. And the weather's changing right now, so a lot of people don't want to shoot in 25-degree weather. Right. So I have a team right now. DVM Production consists of 4 other photographers, a makeup artist. And what we normally do is, if I can't shoot it, I can rely on Darian White to shoot it, on Rashad to shoot it, on Alan Henry to shoot it. And these guys I personally know. We personally have lunch. We meet once a month. Excuse me, Teresa Elm. She's an amazing makeup artist. So what one of the guys was telling me, he goes, man, I see you, you know, taking this, you know, DVM Productions, and I don't really see a lot of it in Atlanta, is actually me training photographers to shoot like me, so they can go out and shoot and then bring it back. We can edit it, work it out in the studio and all that other stuff. That's what I see it, you know, so far. And those are just, and it's crazy because a lot of people think, you know, oh, those are just dreams, or, you know what, that'll never happen. Oh, yo, dude, when I tell you that I would have never, if you would have told me a year ago that I was going to be shooting full time as a full-time photographer, I'd be like, man, you're crazy, you know. But it's been happening, you know, and it's a different, like what we're talking about, it's a different world. It's not a steady paycheck, but exactly. It pays the bills.
Right. Well, that's one of the things that's kind of scary about when you're going into business for yourself, especially when you're dealing with anything in the arts, because Correct. You can't say, well, I'm gonna get a check every 2 weeks. It's per job.
Correct. And that's one thing that my whole mindset was changed back in April of this year when it's like, wow, now I don't have a paycheck every 2 weeks. I used to get paid every 2 weeks, and I used to get a commission check on the 10th. So I knew I had money, right? But now I don't have those checks coming in. So now, like you said, it's per job. There is money saved up, so there's money to cover the money that goes out and the money that comes in and stuff. So I never knew in myself that I had an entrepreneur spirit, as what they say. I never knew it, but you know how you know it? When you have a passion for it. It's crazy because my wife would be like, man, I don't know how you do it. And I was like, it's a passion. Like, she knows I'll be up till like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning editing pictures. Or she knows that I got 2 or 3 shoots in one day and I'm coming back all tired. And if I showed you my shirt and my arm and how dark it is from being out in the sun. Look at that.
We about to
being out in the sun.
We the same color on your arms.
Look at that. Same color. From being out in the sun. From being out in the sun, she's, I know how to do it, and I was like, man, passion will drive you to do what you love to do and stuff. And that's one thing that I've never really understood until this past couple of months. It's like, when you love what you do, it's not work. And I don't consider it work. I love meeting people. You know me, I'm a people person, so I love going out there. And that's when I tell photographers, man, if you're going out and doing portrait photography, because that's what we do, you gotta be a people person. If you're not a people person, don't even go shoot rocks or go shoot dogs or go shoot butterflies, because you gotta be a people person, man. And that's what I love. I love meeting people. I love to hear their stories. I love to hear, how did you start modeling, or where did you guys meet? When I do the engagement shoots and stuff, where'd you guys meet at? Oh, we used to work together, and he used to, try to, slide me his number every time and stuff. And I love to hear stories like that. Or even the kids, it's like, why do you want to be a model and all that other stuff? And, I love it,
Okay. So I know you have isn't your daughter a dancer?
No.
Why? I probably just thought she was. Yeah. Okay, so that might be the black girl Jules.
That's probably Jewel. She's not my daughter, but she could probably. She calls me her father photographer, because anytime she needs instruction, she'll like DM me and like, what do you think about this, or you think I should do this, or how much should I charge for this, and all that stuff. Okay. No, my daughter lives out here. She's a graduate from Clark, Atlanta. She's a AKA, but she lives out here in Atlanta.
Okay. So I guess the last thing that we want to do, I wanted to see if anybody wanted to ask any questions, but the only question I see in the audience is somebody asking for your Instagram, and that's going across the screen.
Well, it's kind of right on going across the feed, but it's DVM Productions 2996. If you type in DVM.
Oh, okay. I can't go back and change it. Go ahead and tell them what it is.
Yeah, it's DVM Productions, and then add the number 2996. Because if you type in DVM Product 2996.
Once you start typing in DV, it pops up.
Yeah, if you type in DVM Production 2996. Not only that.
What?
But not only that, we are nominated. Remember we were telling you about this thing?
Oh, you are nominated to be Atlanta's hottest photographer of 2020, right?
Yes, ma'am.
See, look, the grind is paying off, Daniel. The grind is paying off.
And everybody's like, and here, this is where I need you guys to vote, because a lot of people are like, oh man, you got this, man. Your work is amazing. It's like, it's not about work. It's more of a popularity vote. So, and this is my first time. Yeah, this is my first time being nominated.
Where do we go to vote?
Right now, I'm going to know on Monday, but right now it's atlhottest.com.
atlhottest.com.
Yeah, ATL and then HOTTS. I'm sorry, let me start over again. ATL HOTTEST.com. So Atlanta, or like atlhottest.com.
Okay.
That sound right?
Look, make sure y'all go vote for Daniel on atlhottest.com. And Daniel, mind if I show like a couple of your pictures on my page so people can know exactly?
Oh yeah, please. You get a chance, go to the website. The website, Instagram, like I tell people before, Instagram is just a portal to our website. Our website is www.thedvmp.com. That's the.
Is that on? Do you have a link for your website on Instagram?
Yes.
Okay.
It's on the link there. It's the DVMP. That's Daniel Victor Mary Paul. The DVMP.com, and all the bulk of the work is on the Instagram. Where you got the weddings, the kids, birthdays, graduations, concerts.
He take beautiful pictures.
Thank you so much.
Daniel, you take beautiful pictures. You always.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And it's a work, love, passion. But voting starts Monday. Somebody nominated me, and I'm running against, I think, 4 or 5 other photographers, and they're really good. I mean, they're not just fly by. They're really good photographers and stuff. But everybody's like, "Oh man, you got this," and I'm like, "No, I don't got this. I need your vote."
You got it.
Monday morning. If you right now what I want you to do is I want you to put in your little calendar on your phone, vote for Daniel, September 14th. atlhottest.com.
So that's when we can start voting on the 14th.
Monday. Yeah, okay. Monday. And it goes for like 2 months. Like September, October, November, yeah, for 2 months of voting. And it goes by email from they were telling me. So like I got 3 emails. So you got to type in your name, and then I think you got to vote for everybody in the category, which kind of sucks because, I don't know half of the people, I know a few. So, but you got to, for when it says photographer, DVM Productions.
Okay.
And then you got to put your email address. And if you got 3 email addresses, go back and do it again and put your other email address, and then, do all your email addresses, whatever you got and stuff. I'd really appreciate your vote.
Okay. Okay. Do you have any last words for everybody?
Shout out to Las Vegas. I really appreciate you guys out there. I appreciate everybody's support. If you're in the Atlanta area and you need a photographer, you could DM me. You can, like I said before on my video, you can call me 678-735-0977. That's my office. That's like I tell my wife, my phone is my office. It's always on me. If I don't answer it, just leave a message or text me. It's a lot easier to text me because I like to, on texts, it kind of records what we're talking about. So it kind of helps me out a lot. Or DM me on Facebook or Instagram or whatever. So you got Facebook is DVM Productions 2996. Facebook is DVM Productions 2996. Website. Thank you so much. I really appreciate this.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. You are a great talent.
Thank you so much. Like what you were saying earlier, I didn't know, like I read my wife the message that you gave me, and she's like, wow. And I was like, yeah, you don't know, who you're inspiring. Yeah, you don't know who you're inspiring and stuff. I just right now, before we came on, I had another photographer say, man, I really love your work. How do you do this? Or how do you do this? I don't mind help teaching somebody and stuff. There's a lot of business. Well, I'm in Atlanta, so there's a lot of business in Atlanta. And, I'm willing to help anybody that I can and stuff, when I have time, because right now we're so busy. But if you need a shoot, just DM me. Let's work it out. We work with all budgets. Like I said, I do this for a living, so we stopped doing free shoots a long time ago.
Right.
But a lot of people don't know is like, I shot for free for 2 years. Even when I was at Honda, I shot free for 2 years. And it was all for building a portfolio and a website. I tell people all the time, it's like, they want to get into photography, or they want to be a designer, or they want to be whatever your passion is. They want to cut grass, or they love to make cookies or whatever.
For the money.
Yeah, but the thing is you got to have a product to give to them. And at the time, I knew how to shoot, but I didn't have any product. So I would grab my coworker, I'd grab my friend, I'd grab my niece, I'd grab my best friend's daughter. Hey, can I shoot you just to add you into my portfolio? And I'll never forget the first time my niece, her name's Norn. I remember when I posted her picture on Instagram, it wasn't even edited. I just took a picture of it and all of that stuff, freezing cold in like February here in Atlanta. And I posted on Instagram, and next thing you know, I was like, oh, I didn't know you knew how to take pictures. I'm like, yeah, but for those that are just starting out to do pictures, you're going to shoot for free for a while, just be prepared for that. And the money will come.
It will
come.
Money comes.
The money comes when the quality is there.
Yeah.
And you see the quality. The money comes when you're professional. The money comes when you have a passion for it, when they see you hustling. And that's why I tell my wife, like one day out of the week, I'm over there. I call it shaking trees. I'm out there handing out my card. Hey, if you need a photographer, just let me know. Hey, man, if you ever need a photographer, just let me know. I'm out there hustling. I'm handing out my card left and right. And I go to these popular places where a lot of tourists are at or whatever and stuff. Constantly handing my card out and stuff.
All right, because it's money to be made, especially in Atlanta. That's the Mecca.
Oh, yeah, Atlanta and Vegas has got a new football stadium coming out there too.
Yeah, so. Vegas. Look, Vegas is growing Vegas is really growing by leaps and bounds. Like I look over, I think you got finish popped up.
Yeah, I think you guys are getting a baseball team.
Do we have a baseball? I don't know. Do we got a baseball team? We don't have one.
No, I think you guys get one next. I think you get one next year.
Yeah. Baseball team? Okay, well, come on, baseball.
Yeah, I just heard it.
But you know what? They pushing the prices of everything up out here, bringing all these damn people out. Everything's going up. Everything's going up. That's the property value going up. The houses are going up. Everything is going up. It's still cheap to live out here in Vegas, but
it's hot.
But you know what? You only have that hot weather. Well, people who live in Vegas, see, when you come here as a tourist. People that live in Vegas, we are in our houses all day, and we don't come out to like 9 o'clock at night. The kids are outside riding skateboards at 9 o'clock at night. We're in the house. The only people outside in that heat are the tourists. we had those 3 months it's hot, but other than that, we have like perfect, like the best weather.
Yeah, me and my wife went out there one year, and it was hot.
It's hot. I'm used to it now, though.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Daniel, that has brought us to the end of our. Oh, wait, no, it ain't, because I'm gonna ask you this question with Chantel.
Okay.
Chantel said, "What kind of camera is a good one to start with?"
All right, I get that question a lot. One, it has to be a DSLR. Don't get fooled by a camera that doesn't have detachable lenses. So write that down. D as in David, L as in Larry, S as in Sam, R as in Robert. DSLR. And what we shoot now is called a mirrorless camera, which is 2 separate cameras, but they still do the same purpose. So I'm a Nikon shooter. Like I said, my dad, he turned me on to Nikon years ago. Sony makes an amazing camera. Canon makes an amazing camera. What's in your?
Those are the best 3 brands.
Sony, well, see, I don't want to be biased because I'm a Nikon shooter, so I can say, you know, Canon sucks, Sony sucks, and Nikon's the best. But
so
what is your?
If somebody was like, say, if I was going to get me a camera and I wanted to start shooting my YouTube or something like that, what kind of camera would I go in the store and say, this is the type of camera I want? I know it's a DSLR, but what is like a beginner camera?
Well, see, like I said before, you're talking to a Nikon shooter, so I'm going to tell you Nikon.
Well, Nikon.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. So, and try to stay in your budget, because photography, like golf or like owning motorcycle or owning a sports car or owning baseball cards, it's an expensive hobby. So just be prepared for that. Your basic starter kit camera will run you about $350. So just stay in that, just to let you know. So, and read the manual.
Right. Y'all, black and brown people, we love
read the manual. I tell my wife all the time. I'm like, wow, reading is fundamental. I can't believe this. You know? Wow, I didn't even know we could do this, because I had a situation with my flash and I was trying to figure it out left and right. I said, you know what? Let me get the manual. So I get the manual and I'm like, go and look at it. I was like, oh, says it right there.
Right.
After looking on YouTube, after trying to figure out for a day and a half, it's right in the manual and stuff.
Wow.
So read the manual. When you get your camera, read the manual. And then go on YouTube. I call it YouTube University. You know, I've never been to photography school. It's all a natural gift. Just like, you know, somebody who sings and they can like just hit it. Mm-hmm. Like that in photography. You know, like you said, you got an eye. There's photographers like myself who have a natural gift that they can see something through a lens, and then you'll get a guy who has a $9,000 camera and can't take a picture. So
it's like that's true. That's true.
Oh yeah. Hey, and another thing is, you get what you pay for.
You sure do. You get what you pay for. So look, y'all go get them little $100 cameras. You're gonna get $100 picture.
Oh yeah, you get what you pay for. Just remember that. I just priced out this one job for this lady, and I thought it was okay, you know. And she's like, "Oh, we're just gonna go with," and it wasn't really expensive. "Oh, we're gonna go with another photographer." I'm like,
"Yeah, go ahead."
Okay. I had one guy at Honda. He asked me if I could shoot his wedding, and I gave him a price. And he said, "I'll get back with you." I said, "All right." And about 6 months later, he comes back to me. He's like, "You know what, Daniel? I should have took you up on your offer, because we got our pictures back from this other photographer, and they were horrible."
And now you got to take them again. So now you've paid money twice.
And I was like, "I'm sorry, man." You know, it's like, here's a perfect example. I have my personal shoots start at $200, which is pretty. I know guys that charge $400 out here in Atlanta. So $200.
That's personal. That's good.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's
and not only that, you get to choose the pictures. We give you between 15 and 20, depending on the packages that you get. So you get to choose I don't choose them. You choose them because I want you to be happy.
Right.
And there's other people that charge like $60 or $80. Well, guess what? You're going to get $60 or $80 worth of pictures. You know, that's the quality is, like I said, the quality sells for itself. And not only that, you know, just the experience. You know, there's a lot of people that this is their first time doing a photo shoot.
And let me ask you, with your photo shoots, I know you say you have the photographers and you have a makeup artist. Like in the $200 package, does the makeup artist come with that?
No, the makeup is separate. So she has two packages. And like I said, I'm not a makeup artist person, but there's like a full face and a half a face. So she charges a full face or half a face, or another charges for like really glamming it out or whatever she says and stuff. So, but usually when we do that, they'll always ask, do you have a makeup artist? I said, I actually do. Here's her information. Talk to her, see what her schedule's like, and then get back to me. And then what we normally do is if they book it with the shoot, the makeup artist will be there and does her makeup right on the spot. And I'll stand there. Usually a full face is about an hour. So I'll stand there and get stuff ready or whatever. And while they're doing the makeup, so as soon as they're done, we're ready to go. And depending on their outfits or wherever we're, you know, shooting at, all that stuff. The other person is hair, but that's a whole day in itself. I had a mother and daughter shoot that they did hair, makeup, and had two photo shoots, one with me and another photographer one day. They booked this whole day to do a mother and daughter day, and it was awesome.
That's what's up.
Yeah, and remember these pictures when these pictures are time stamps. You know, you got like the maternity shoots of it. I just did a photo shoot with a mom, a dad, and a 14-year-old son. You know, and they, you know, he's only 14 once. You know, these pictures will last you forever. You know, when you print them, don't download them on your phone. We want you to print them. A lot of people say, do you print? No, because you have Shutterfly, you got Vistaprint, you got different outlets that you can print your pictures and stuff. But get those things printed because we shoot to print. You know, not these other guys. If I can go over there and show you all the stuff that we've shot to print, you know, that's the type of quality that we put out, is that you can print these pictures and they look amazing, amazing.
Okay.
Want me to show you one?
Sure. Put one in the camera, Daniel. Go
Hold on.
Put the camera.
Hold on. Can you hear me? Hold on.
All right.
This is live stuff.
Let me see.
So look, this is called Risen Model Magazine.
Okay. Rising Model.
Oh, my bad. You're right. Rising Model Magazine. Okay.
It's the long E, not the short. I mean, long I.
Yeah. See that? Hold on.
Oh, that's you shot that?
Yes. That's me.
So pretty.
Look at I want you to see the quality of it. Let me see. I'm trying to get my camera.
It's got the high gloss and look, and everything looks good. That's good. You had your good eye on then.
Yeah. This story right here. This is Lakeland. Lakeland is 5. They drove. Listen to this. Okay. They drove from Alabama to shoot with me.
Where I'm from.
They drove from 2 hours to shoot with me, so we could shoot her. That was my first shoot with Lakeland right there. And they've come down twice to shoot with me. Yeah. So we shoot to print, you know.
See, so when you do stuff like that, she took pictures for the magazine, and you just gave them to them, or you shot her for that magazine?
No, I didn't know. All I know is that they were building her portfolio. Okay, whether it's going to be a comp card, a website, Facebook website, whatever. And then she got back to me. She said, "Hey, can we go ahead and use these pictures for this magazine?" I said, yes. She goes, we're going to need the print release form, because we have print release forms. You cannot use, totally different subject. I know we're running out of time, but you cannot use a picture in a magazine without the photographer's permission. Okay, you can't do that, because legally, we own the pictures. The photographers do. 9 times out of 10, a lot of photographers will charge you a print release so you can put them in the magazine. Okay, we don't. We just go ahead and use them. So. And this is a kids magazine.
But help you out.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because then they see Lakeland's picture in here, they're like, "Wow, I really love this picture. I want to shoot with this guy who shot this picture." Oh, where's he at? Oh, he's in Atlanta. Oh, okay. and you just go on
Okay,
Facebook.
before we close out, let me ask you a question that I want to know, because I always see this and I'm like, who is that? So what Getty Images? Why does like all celebrity pictures and stuff have images?
We have a lot of people don't know this. We have a contract with Getty Images. Getty Images is a public domain forum where you can download your pictures, whatever you take, but you don't get any money from Getty Images. Just so you know that. There is a website. If you go to GettyImage.com, I think it's Getty Image. Hold on, I'll tell you right now.
Okay, so so that's why all the celebrity pictures and stuff that you see online that have Getty Images on it or in the magazine.
Correct. That's a free stock photo. I'm on the website right now. I'm part of that group, but I hardly ever use it because it's just work. It's GettyImages.com. Whatever thing you're looking for, you can go in there and search for it and find it. And that's why a lot of news publications, and that's kind of sad because if you look at the news, you guys don't see it like the way we see it. Like when you look at news reports or weather reports and like, oh, take your phone out and take a picture of the storm or whatever and stuff, that just cuts the weather guy's job.
It
does. They're using your free services to so when you go to Getty Images, here it says search by image. I can right here just type in clouds and it'll come up all these clouds of clouds. Look, storm clouds. Look, 101,000 pictures, free pictures of storm clouds.
And can you use those pictures like on your social media?
Yeah.
It's gonna have Getty Images as long as they have that on the bottom of it, right?
It's gonna be it will be on there. It'll say Getty Images and stuff, but you can use that stuff. There's a lot of free I call them like photo buckets that you can use and stuff like that. Whatever rain, tornadoes, cars, people, whatever. It's all in Getty Images.
I'm glad I need to know that. I didn't know that.
A lot of people don't know. Yeah.
All right, Daniel, this brings us to the end of our interview. I just want to tell you, thank you so much for coming on here. Hashtag let's shoot. Look, I'm going to put some of your pictures on here because people need to see what kind of work you do. I know they can go on Instagram, but I got a lot of traffic that come over here. So, let them see your pictures because y'all going to get shot by, you need to get some shirts that say shot by Daniel.
I got one that says I shot with Daniel.
Yeah. Okay. You need to get some of that.
Don't forget, Monday the 14th. Vote.
ATLhottest.com. All right.
That's it.
I'll see y'all later. Daniel, thank you so much for coming on here.
Thanks,
I got 2 people I got to give me a photo shoot done by. That's you and LeBaron. Thank you so much for coming on here, y'all.
Have a blessed week, guys. We'll talk to you.
I love y'all. Bye.
Love you guys.